Hello, welcome. Please hit the like button. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Um, yeah, just let me know if you can hear me. Okay, okay. Let's see what we have here. Um, welcome T Style. Nice to see you. Nice to have you here. Um, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, because I'm experimenting, buying new microphones and trying out new things. Let me know. You could hear me. T Star Real. How you doing? Um, yeah, just let me know, y'all, if y'all could hear me, etc. Because I don't want to go through this stuff. I could just take disconnect the mic if you guys can't hear me. Um, thank you so much. Please support. The channel. Continue to support. We can hear you. Yes. Okay. So this microphone worked last week. The microphone. Last time I was live. Thank you so much for hit the like button. Um, thank you, Bridget. How you doing? Faith Finesse. How you doing? Young former member T Star. Real member T Style. You know what I'm saying? They're in the house. I love my membership. Thank you so much. Um, Perfect. So just as long as if you guys can't hear me, that means like the battery or something. I'm still trying to figure this out. Thank you for the hearts and all that stuff. Okay, perfect. Bridget Moore, how you doing? So we have a lot to discuss. This is I'm gonna try to keep it like an hour or 2 hours. Last time I was going crazy. Y'all had me sequestered here for 3 hours, and I didn't mind. It was like hanging out with friends. So it was a nice conversation and everything. I was like, I was about to put my hat. I have all these hats and stuff. I was like, let me just it's a whole thing. I didn't get my nails done. I'm just like, look, let me just go live because if I just keep putting excuses, been traveling, been everywhere, I'm just exhausted. Yeah, we're gonna, get to the tea. See, get a little savage up in here, savagely real. Keeping it real. I have a different perspective than a lot of content creators. Shout out to all the content creators that have been shouting me out. Um, you know uh who was it? Somebody sent me something from We Are Decipher. Salute, y'all are amazing. That I was mentioned there. Thank you. um who else? Grew. Shout out to everybody. And thank you to um Eric, Eric being Rakim, his son. Eric, helping me with the technology stuff. I appreciate your help. Salute. Thank you for doing that video for me. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna figure it out. Um, thank you. Welcome, Kat Williams. Yeah, for the tea. All right, so we got a little agenda. We want to get right into it. I'm trying to do better with just like, but it's also a space for us to catch up, among friends, little sensitive moments. We have the kind hearted stuff, we're kind hearted savages, meaning like savage only when we got to get correct. And y'all seen, and when member Texas comes in here because she like patrols the sensitive savage YouTube universe streets, and she's like trying to fight bots. The members are hilarious. Yo, they hold me down. I love y'all. I thank you. I appreciate y'all. But on our agenda today, we have and I'm working to project. I have Streamlabs. It's just a whole big to do with that. So I could project things, and do the picture in picture and all that stuff and the sources, etc. But I haven't even been home. Like I've been everywhere, so I don't even have time to do anything, and I'm constantly um editing. I be putting my hand in ice. True story, because I just be just editing. I'm a mad woman. I know I am. Um, I just want to continue to bring you content. And I said one day I was like, well, what? I'm probably not gonna post today, right? And then I was like, I know they're gonna be looking for me, because people, the comments. Thank you so much for all the comments. People are saying, I wake up and I just see what is, I'm always have a new video. When you see your main page, it's like a sensitive savage new video, new video. Um, and quite frankly, one day I posted 14 videos because just like Kendrick, I'm overly dedicated. I'm overzealous with what I do. And people were like, okay, you got any more of them videos? Like, I'm like, I posted 14 and people are still looking. Some of the members are still looking for stuff, but, and some other, subscribers. But so we're going to discuss the GNX Australia. Um, and I have a Cash App or, we have the super chat. Thank you for your support. Trust me, it goes back into everything I'm trying to do. This is a major sacrifice. Y'all don't understand. I work extremely hard just to be able to do what I do, or just to, I get support. I get people helping, so I appreciate. um so saying while I was you kept me saying while I was away. Thank you so much. I appreciate these videos, the music, the smiles, the variety. Yeah, I'm like Kendrick's voice, and I'm like his expression. I'm a liaison for his expressing his. I understand, and I could read his energy, and his energy is very powerful. I still can't get over. Every time I see him live, I get so when he comes on stage and he's close, and I'm always fighting to be in the energy pit or just going in there. Some of the countries is just a big barricade. You just have to be there early. So I literally go to these concerts about 6 to 8 hours before they start. That's the trick. 6 to 8 hours. So I went to some of the concerts in the morning when SZA was there with her pop up shop. I was there at 9, 10. So I was like, this is my all day camping out. I pack a lunch or buy food or just survival mode. It's not for the faint of heart. It's extremely exhausting. I've been sick. I just got, I'm just getting over a cold. I've been in stranded in places. Like it's a lot of work, but I love it. I love I just, we love Kendrick, and this is a moment in time. So we're going to discuss GNX Australia. We have 21 non-savage wannabe savage. I'm going to call him 21 wannabe savage, aka false street cred. We have PG Lang scripted messages. We have the non-game, game over, the game. We're gonna discuss him and Two T's. How Two T's stepped up and was like, "Oh yeah, you trying to do something? I'm not a bodyguard just on TV. I'm a bodyguard in real life." So I love it. Um, there was also a video that was debating. Kendrick was out and about at a USC college basketball game, and some of you may have seen it. I didn't put it up. We'll discuss it. The controversy behind that video that came out right before the TDE Christmas. So we're going to discuss the TDE Christmas, and finally we're going to discuss the 2026 tour and what's happening and what we think. And feel free to give your input. You know, if you know some information, help me out. We're all in this together. Um, yes, okay. So the GNX Australia, Kendrick was happy. Um, he was elated. He basically picked up Drake's mess. So he took over where Drake left off. He made it a point to spend a lot of time in Australia and to do everything. He did the Spilled Milk Festival. He did two different concerts in 1 week, which is insanity. Excuse me. Two concerts in 1 week. Why? When Kendrick goes all out in a city, he's having a point to prove. Drake left Australia stranded. He was out of there. He was out of there, left those people. I don't even know if those people got refunds. And I hope they learned a very valuable lesson. You can't trust every artist. So Kendrick, notice how he made it a point to give and pour into Australia. He was in Australia for like, it was 12 days, I think. 12 days, probably more than that, 14 because of the travel. It was forever, that flight, and you know layovers, and it's not for the faint of heart. And even some of the GNX dancers were talking about how terrible, they have bad luck with some of these flights or whatever. I don't even know how, but they all travel and they're coming from different places too as well. So Kendrick was shouting them out when he thanked them on the last day of Australia and saying where they were all from, and they're from all over the place. Um, they're from all over the place. One of them is actually from Canada. So he poured into Australia. He was happy. I don't remember the last time he was there, but he picked up basically Drake's mess. And last year it was a Spilled Milk Festival, as it was canceled last year because Kendrick was busy. You know what was going on. And so now if he puts out new music and stuff, so I'll get to um, react to that in real time, which I didn't get to do with this battle because I didn't have the channel open yet. I was like debating whether to open it or not. I was just going back and forth and wasting time, respectfully. But I got it together. So this time I will be reacting to his music or videos or whatever he puts out in real time as it drops. You know how I am. As soon as something drops, I'm there. I'm first and center. I'm not too many hours go by before I don't know about something. And thank you to all the people that helped me. I'm connected with some folks as well, because when you travel and you keep traveling and seeing a lot of the same people, you make connections. So I'm connected, and people do give me information from his camp. I'm friends with, well, Stack. He follows me on Instagram. Yes, I have Instagram, but it's not on the Sensitive Savage, but I will put it on the Sensitive Savage. But so I'm connected with him. I'm connected also with Big Mike, uh, one of Kendrick's favorite fans. I'm connected with a few people and some of the dancers. We talk, etc. They're very friendly, very nice. So I have some information and some things sometimes that people don't have unless they're connected themselves, etc. But I make sure to make friendships and valuable connections. So in that Australia tour, he gifted a 9-year old, made a 9-year old's birthday so special. Kendrick has been known to do that before. Remember how in Europe he gave the mic to a little boy that knew all the lyrics and was going bar for bar. So he has done that before. He's given kids a lot of hope, unlike who is a danger to children. But Kendrick, there was a little boy named Kendrick that the father named years ago in another concert, and Kendrick took him backstage and gave him inspiration in the middle of his concert, dedicated the concert to him. So Kendrick will inspire children, especially if he sees children. Now, she wasn't that concert. What had an age, so a lot of people, there was controversy. People were saying, "Why is she here? Why you got a little kid here?" Because she's like an Aboriginal dancer. She's like, uh, she was part of, like, I think the Milk Festival. She's a dancer with one of the events that was going on. So they gave her, I guess, a special pass or a special situation. So, thank you so much. Multiply with Grace, wonderful name. So he, made sure that he inspired her, and she knows that anything is possible. If the goat himself is telling you, "Look, I was once a little kid, and I didn't even get an opportunity to go to concerts like you are," don't let them tell you no. He inspires children. He has compassion. That's a sensitive part of him. He's done that. Just check out type in my videos fans, Kendrick fans, and you will see all the I have documented most of the times that he's done that with children or young fans and fans of all ages. So he's done that before with many kids. There was a little kid, a little like 2-year old in one of the concerts in the United States. I forgot. I have him on my page. He was in a special area. I think he was a son of one of the dancers or something, and they had him in a special area. And he was imitating Kendrick perfectly. I think I put it in the in one of the long form videos that I have. Check those out too. I've done a synopsis of all the legs. I'm gonna do one with Australia as well. So I have that. All right, so that was, he was very happy. Kendrick was very happy in Australia. He was exercising like crazy. There's a bunch of footage of him being seen out. We got some of the footage of him working out and being transported. That footage where he was in light gray and he had all his, little muscles out and everything. He was actually being transported after exercising from to his car, and somebody, caught that. So I saw where people were offering her money for her hat that he signed. People are just the worst. Lord have mercy. That little girl is not she. And there's a follow-up interview. If you guys like to see it, I can post that up, where she said that she is, let me tell you how wise this little girl is. She said that she is passing down that hat to all the generations to come. As she gets older, she's going to pass it down. That's what she said. To inspire people and to remember this moment in history. That's what that little 9-year-old said. That was the follow-up interview with her family. So I'm glad that she is wise beyond her years. And I think Kendrick is very good at reading energies. And when he sees an over, I've said this before in my lives, if you want to get Kendrick's attention in these concerts, of course, it's good to be close up. But if you're going bar for bar, like sometimes, let me tell you, this man's breath control is out of this world. I have tried many times to go bar for bar, and in my earlier videos, you could hear me. You could hear me, and I stopped doing that because in my earlier videos, you could hear me. There's a video where I'm like, "Happy birthday, Kendrick!" I saw him, right before his birthday, one of the shows the day before, so you could hear me always talking to him, and I was like, let me just be quiet and record quietly or whatever. But I would try to go bar for bar, and I'm like coughing up a lung, like, and he's running up and down all those ramps in the stadium. I can't that org like his his physique. He's in top shape. He is in amazing shape, and has amazing breath control. But so that was, Australia. He poured into them. He gave them what they were lacking, and they were completely happy, satisfied. They love him, and now he got, people holding him down there. They don't want to see Drake. Drake can't go to Australia, so that's one other place that they don't want to hear about Drake. So let's go on to talk about 21 Savage, 21 Non-Savage. 21 Savage, okay, so he did an interview where he was, if you want to laugh and you're having a tough day, I suggest you watch one of my 21 Savage videos that I put this week or last week. And of course, I was being my silly editing self when he was trying to be fake woke and was saying, yeah, when you win, what do you really win? Yeah, I mean, Kendrick is a hell of a rapper, and I know that rubbed Drake the wrong way because he said that Kendrick is an amazing rapper, and he said, and he didn't say that about Drake, by the way. And these are Drake's friends. He said Drake got good songs too, and I put in the video, I put Wagwan Delilah so that you can enjoy, for the people that are still thinking they enjoy Drake. Drake was created in a lab, like I said. I've said this in many of my lives. He was created in a lab. He was made into a rapper, an actor, not even a good one, and he couldn't keep up the facade. So everything, just fell apart because after a while, when you're not living on authenticity, you're tired of acting. He's acting as a rapper. I said he was being real in Degrassi, as I've said before. So 21 Savage was saying, okay, was trying to defend Drake and say, well, when you win, where do you go? So that's why I put that montage of all the things and the accolades. Look out towards the end of the year and next week, in a few days or whatever, I'm gonna put the top 10 moments for Kendrick in 2025. um so I will, be doing that, to look back at 2025 and all the things. It might have to be top 15 or something odd, like 18 or whatever. All the things that happened, how Kendrick shifted the culture. Kendrick is one of the pioneers that reminded us, hey, We want substance. We want authenticity. How many times is 21 Savage and all them idiots gonna be rapping about, oh, how good your coochie is, or how many chains I have, how much money, and all this crap? You understand? We're grown, and we're grown. Like, who the hell, after a while, even, you know, young kids get tired of hearing that, especially because Kendrick brings storytelling. He brings authenticity. He brings excitement to music. He has all these, orchestrates the sound. He has all these genius creating art. You understand? These guys treat rap like a lick. Okay, they're running licks. You understand? In that other interview that I put about 21 Savage, he's talking about, um I'm trying to make money, so that, this whole F the street stuff. He didn't start that until after his album. When his album came out, thank you for the hearts. When his album came out and he flopped at first, and then all of a sudden it had a jump. It was like 50K, which is nothing for what he expects himself to do. Then it was F the streets, and then it was body, which is my opinion, allegedly. He shot up to 90,000 in like a few days. But you can't fake influence because people are not listening to it. So there's a discrepancy in the numbers shooting up and the streams. People are listening, and people not going back to listen again. And on YouTube, there's discrepancies. And it's not. I put a little snippet and I almost fell asleep editing that. What was it, yesterday? A little snippet of that new song that he puts out. First of all, I don't even care to listen to it. I stay away from it. Did y'all hear that? Just, if you don't want to hear the whole thing, just watch the short that I put yesterday about the F the street. He puts minimal effort. There's no effort into the music. They just want to make money. And because they realize that now Kendrick has, given us a taste. We wet our palates with great music, great performances, great everything, great live performance, great videos with, motivating your intelligence. Even when he's talking about, when Kendrick's being sexual, he's telling a story. He's talking about an emotion or moment in time. Look at Luther. From Luther, and when he gets a little frisky, but it's done in good taste, and it's done, with intense passion or feelings behind it. These guys just want to run amok, run a lick. They just want to have some money, and we're finding that out. Everybody's realizing it, and that's why they're flopping. Nobody's trying to. They can't even do a tour. Drake keeps canceling tours because, last we checked, and I said this I think in my first live, um Drake's tickets were $32. You're supposed to be a goat of something. You're $32. So my breakfast costs more than that. Like, you get me, like a dinner, like $32. You spend that in Burger King or McDonald's. So, and he couldn't even sell that. So, now they're all trying to do a fake Avengers, uh F the streets, because we're not selling. Kendrick, it's so weird. Don't you notice that 21 Savage is saying the same verbiage as Drake? It's so weird. Hip hop is so weird. No, it's weird that we let you ride this wave this long. That's what's weird. That we let, how dare us? But not again. Let me see what y'all saying. But not again. We let y'all pollute the you know pollute the sounds, pollute the airwaves with this trash. This trap thing, they want to still be in the same trap moment and the same type of thing with making money. They don't care about their fans, they don't care about anybody. And they don't have personalities, and it takes charm to do a live performances. Back in the day, those performers would put a show. If you watch old videos of the stylistics, Blue Magic, all of that, they gave you a performance. They dressed the part. It was an art. And now it's just like the same old thing. Let's see what y'all saying. As multiplied by Grace said, I saw that too. Glad she said she will keep it. Oh yeah, and the family with the little girl. Thank you, Tamila. Auntie, good to see you live. I think. Kendrick sees those babies. He sees himself, and also Kendrick is like a dad. Kendrick protected those. God bless Kendrick. He protected those dancers. He made sure they were talking about that their catering. They're gonna miss the catering. He had them kids eating good. Like the catering was amazing. They were getting all their hair done, everything, and they were getting paid pretty well. Some of them, are kind of famous. Some of these dancers were already had a following, and they had other commitments, and they weren't able to do all the legs of the tours. But to me, respectfully, if I was a dancer, there's no bigger commitment. I would just continue to ride with Kendrick, and that's why there were fewer dancers. He ended up with four girls. Originally, it was six when he did "Be Humble," the song, and they had the girls. 21 Non-Savage is not from ATL. Yeah, Non-Savage manufactured talent. They created it. They try to create him, and he's glitching. That's why I said he's glitching. His flop big time. Botting for sure. That's botting for sure. It's and you'll see. The time will tell. The beat sounds the same as his old stuff, and God bless you. Yeah, because I don't. No, Kendrick is classy. Bridget Moore said, and member T Style said, Drake Keisha keeps pushing ice. That ice is gonna be like, uh, it's gonna be like, I guess, a summer icy or something. I don't know. That thing. Listen. He refused. He's a true narcissist. Narcissist to a T. He's a textbook narcissist. A narcissist will never admit he's failing or she's failing. Never, and it's everybody's fault, and they have an inflated ego. His ego will not let him know that he can't put that. He got to let that ice melt forever. He can't put that. It's not going to be a good time. Kendrick is promising that he's about to put something out. When is it going to be a good time? And then when Kendrick doesn't have music out or new music, then there's no rappers in the Billboard chart this in 20 weeks. That just goes to show you Kendrick's been carrying almost this whole thing by himself with the help of some great artists and some great rappers. Shout out, of course, to Nas, who's been pushing the culture and should be celebrated more. And with, of course, with Clips, AZ Chike, people that are actually in the lab trying to work. Um, a lot of artists, The Weeknd, who can do stadiums, and Drake can't do that. Destroy the mumble rap. Let them all burn in hell. Let them all burn slow. I could care less, respectfully. That thing has been melting. It's no ice. Ice what? We're almost at summer. Like, what are you doing? He is just so corny. But like I said, I have a video called "Drake is enjoying his downfall" because he doesn't care. Respectfully, that's like a narcissist. Like, off topic real quick to compare Puff Daddy in jail, Diddy in jail. If you've seen the pictures and if you know, he looks like he's having the time of his life in jail. Respectfully, okay? It's like I don't know, role play. But anyways, we're back. You get me? So it's like this narcissistic people don't think they're failing no matter what until they hit rock bottom. And Drake, as I've said before, has not hit rock bottom. He has not. Go argue with your therapist. Drake has not hit rock bottom yet. A melting snowman. Yeah, he's a puddle. He should name it puddle. A puddle of ish. That's what he should name it. I think T Style said. I think Kendrick is waiting for Drake to drop. Oh my god, I love that so much. It makes the day bright, it makes the sun shine. I love Kendrick's strategy because I would do the same thing. And if you think that Kendrick only had four diss tracks, you're getting to know Kendrick. I think Kendrick. Okay, you remember that it came out also that it was reported, Soundwave reported that they had 80 to 100 songs. He's just like me, guys. If only you knew how many edits I have, and I'm like, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. I have so much footage and so much stuff that it's just I'm just like, no, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. So Kendrick is ready for round two whenever Drake thinks, just in case, but there are not going to be round twos. Kendrick's round two is going to be putting out good music. That's it. going on tours, continuing to put brand new videos, brand new events. That's his. There's no round twos. It's just his way of taking back our power, taking back the culture, bringing back people that care about their fans, people that care about a person that's spending whatever money they have. Some people don't have a lot of money and they've been in this tours. They've made great sacrifices to be in this concert. There's people who work two, three shifts, just to have enough to take these flights to do things. And Kendrick cares about that, and you could see it. And that's why he is the biggest star, and he is still doing free shows. The TDE Christmas is free. None of them are getting paid for that. So, it is what it is. So, I love Kendrick's strategy. Thank you for saying that. Yes, Kendrick has. Listen, Drake thinks he was doing a little rap battle. I wish I had my YouTube channel when the battle was going on, um, because my take would have considerably been different. Because I love strategizing. When they think I'm coming left, I'm the right. When everybody's on the right, I'm on the left. I pride myself in thinking differently. That's why I take pride in shorts or in long forms, and my videos are different because I don't settle for what everybody's doing. I don't give a damn what everybody's doing. My biggest competition is myself, and that's how Kendrick thinks. If you see from all the videos, all the little interviews that I put up, it gets you to learn about Kendrick and how he thinks. And a lot of the things he says is the same way I've been living my life. My biggest competition is, like he said, when he made Money Trees, how can he get better than that, right? Or a Good Kid, Mad City. How can he get better? He said those moments are gone. That's what he said. But now he has to create new moments. 21 Savage and all those Atlanta rappers, not Andre 3000 and the fantastic people that uplifted the culture, but these little crybaby losers, right? All they want to do is just be spoon fed, money, just fame, all this stuff. They don't care about anything. And that's why they can't celebrate Kendrick winning. They're not happy for him. If you're continuing, they don't evolve either. They don't care about changing. They want to run the same. It's like robbing the same bank. That's what they're doing. They're robbing the same bank. They don't want to grow. They don't want to try new things. They don't want to change with the times. See, Kendrick never just got on that trap phase. He continued to be himself. And that's why he succeeded, because he's like, if I do a little trappy, feature, okay, cool, but he knows what is him, and he's true to himself. So let's see, how Drake changed from meltdown to Mr. Recoup. Listen, Drake, mental health is real, and Drake is crying out for help. These guys are crying out for help in different fonts. That's all they're doing. They're creating a movement. They're a non-movement. They're being fake woke. They're saying this. Hip hop is weird. They're just crying out for help because they never knew how to be great at their craft. They weren't good. I never liked these rappers, so I was never on the wave. Yes, they have some catchy songs, but I never rode with any of these little mumble rappers. I don't like that many of them. You know what I'm saying? So they weren't real to me. They weren't, and Kendrick tried to feature with some of them and help them out. But this is the way they repay him, through jealousy. So they're going nowhere fast. T Style said, I love your concept. It's not gossip. You bring the human side of Kendrick. Absolutely. I feel like I'm a Kendrick defender because, oh my God, guys, you don't get to see you don't get to see a lot of the negative stuff that the bots that I just be running through. I'll be doing sweeps through Sensitive Savage streets here, and I'll be doing. I was just fighting with somebody today. I was like, look, are you gonna do the honors or am I? I'm like, listen, I block 12, 10 to 15 people a day. That's nothing to me. A good day is blocking maybe 4 or 5. So listen, I'm good for it. Because I try to bring the humanity into this and just showcase. That's my vision, is to showcase how Kendrick wants to portray himself and being authentic to it. And he never said he was perfect, and that's what makes him so relatable. Because Mr. Morale was basically him saying, I did this. I was shocked at how transparent he was on Mr. Morale. God bless his heart. Bless his heart. Boy, that boy confessed everything. He did everything. But think about it. If our lives were under a microscope, all the fuck ups that we've had were on display for the world to see, man, our story would have been worse, because I know a lot of us have made some stupid mistakes with some people or some nonsense. But what happened? We evolved. We learned from that, because you're only as big as the last lesson that you learned. And if you don't learn a lesson, you're bound to repeat it. And the lessons keep getting harder and harder. And that's what Kendrick knows. Like I said, I vibrate with Kendrick very I correlate with him very well. A lot of the ways he thinks is the ways and the answers that I give, and the way that I think as well. Texas Flower, remember Texas Flower? That's what's up. I started on time. No, I was on time. I'm usually like 10, 15 minutes late. So we covered GNX Australia. We covered these 21 non-savage fake rappers. And like I said, none of their videos, none of their work is going to succeed. You could quote me. None of it. I don't care. And if it does, if I see that, oh, they got the two or number one album in the world, I'm not believing any of it. Like I told you guys, when the whole world, look, there's a ton of content creators that are on the left. I'm on the right. I'm on the other side. I don't care who I disagree with. I have my own mind and my own way of thinking. I think that makes me different, because some people had faith. Like when Drake was putting out Tailor Made and all these things, I was like, that's trash. That's disrespectful to Tupac. That's garbage. And people were like, oh, that's so hard. Look at the van. Look at I didn't like any of that ish. I didn't like none of that shit. Like, what the fuck are y'all looking at? You know what I'm saying? None of this is that's trash, garbage, putting me to sleep. Good night, goodbye. God bless, goodbye. I didn't like any of it. And it's not that I'm just one sided. Maybe I am, but I have higher, expectations of an artist. If you go to a museum and you just see garbage, nothing that inspires you, then what the hell are we there for? You understand? So I didn't like any of his. I'm not giving him any credit. You see how some content creators, and you know who you are, that they be saying, oh yeah, well this one, well, I'm not gonna be biased. Well, I'm 100 million% biased. Then I don't care. They be saying, oh well, Drake, this song they had a nice beat. It had a nice nothing. It had a nice nothing. I didn't like anything. I don't want it. I don't care about nothing. Argue with your therapist. I don't care. Like I said, I look forward to when Kendrick puts out good new music, because my reactions, there's either gonna be people unsubscribing, and you know if they unsubscribe, because I had a couple of people that were like, you know what, I like you, but I can't. You just be sexualizing Kendrick and all this. Kendrick sexualizes himself when he wants to. I just documented. That's all. And some people, I was arguing with somebody today also. They were like, you need to put your phone down. We get it. You were at the TDE Christmas. We get it. Somebody was arguing with me about that. I said, lady, if I put my phone down, how you gonna enjoy the content? You always on my page. I said, you comment, you're one of my top commenters, but I'm gonna have to block you. And I blocked her. I don't care. Because she was like, put your phone down. Make it make sense. If I put my phone down, how am I gonna bring you this content? Anyways, let me not get myself worked out. Let me calm down. Calm down. Because I'll go straight into savage mode and y'all be like, oh, I thought she was so sweet and quiet and nice. What's happening? People think the name is just a game. I'm only savage with people that deserve it. You get me? So make it make sense. Don't tell me put my phone down because y'all like the content. Just leave me alone. Because a lot of people like, and then there's some people that got removed and they had a new channel, right? And they had a new they got a new account. I blocked that too. Like, listen, because I could read the energy. It doesn't matter what your name is. I could read the energy. Stop telling me what to do, because I'm gonna do it. And the luck is that there's a lot of content creators. If you do not like what we're doing here and how we respect Kendrick, then go somewhere, please. Thank you. But we're doing fine. Thank you to the people that understand me. Bless your heart. And bless your heart for all the nice comments and all the stuff that I get. So let's see what y'all doing. Oh, y'all probably think I'm going crazy. Oh no. Lady, I'm shouting everybody out so everybody can feel special. Lady, thank you so much. Oh my God, look at all these people here. I'll help you fight, sister. Oh my God, I love you. See, I love this. I love this so much. Oh, she's so cute. Gosh darn it. 100%. I like that name. Gosh darn it. Tell the truth about shame the devil. Texas Flower, you my Avenger. Like all y'all members and all y'all subscribers, y'all like Avengers. These are people that say hip hop is weird, do not understand what hip hop is. They don't even believe it. They're like, why did Kendrick have to battle so rough? Why did Meet the Grams ever exist? Because they needed it. If you look for people that be like, why is Kendrick so aggressive? If you, I'm gonna say this line, and I've said it before. If you believe in good, you have to destroy evil, not fight it a little bit. Not you have to destroy, destroy. Search and destroy evil, and you got to keep your foot on the neck. And I'm glad that Kendrick is not letting up. And I'm gonna quote clips again. I'm gonna quote Pusha T. It's never too much. There's no going too far. There's no too far. There's no too far. That's why they're friends, because there's no too far. He can't. He Kendrick follows the 48 laws of power. If you know, you know, and if not, watch a quick shorts or videos about the laws of power. Kendrick knows when he has to be omnipresent and when he doesn't. And he knows when to, the element of surprise. And that's what he does, because that's why he dropped Meet the Grabs. He was ready for war. So let's see what the people say. Continue documenting. T Star Real, salute you. Thank you so much, T Star Real, man. I'm telling you, be getting me emotional, like, man. Thank you so much. You don't understand. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate all my members. Vibrant Numerals, shout out to you. How you doing? Thank you for coming back to the membership. I saw that. Hello all. I'm glad we made it. The folks had an issue with what you posted. They have issues all the time. Matter of fact, my witness is Texas. Miss Texas, Miss Texas, you were just fighting somebody today, and when she was arguing with someone, I came in and gave her the alley oop, and what did I say, Texas? I said, I got this from here. I got this. She's, she was trying to put out fires for me, because I told you that for every time you raise, and as my channel is growing, I'm getting a lot of, I get the love and hate is real. I'm getting recognized by somebody actually told one of a few content creators to collab with me, and thank you so much for that. That was very sweet. um but I'm intentional. I don't collaborate with everybody. I like people that have substance. um you know and people that excuse Drake's behavior, I'm not collaborating with y'all. If you think Drake is okay sometimes, no, 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 sweetie, no, we can't go. Bridgemore, Tupac, Mos Def, beyond Kendrick's side, they are humanitarians. Right. Tupac's approach was a little bit more aggressive, more in your face, but they were saying the same message. Use their talent and music. So back to the US and okay. So wait. So we got our first topic is done. GNX Australia, 21 non-savage. We got that. PG Lang, we're gonna get to that video. What T Style is talking about is a video of Kendrick. Oh dear Lord. The controversy. Because people were trying to figure out who he was with, and it was Kendrick. I know it was Kendrick. I follow him. I know it was Kendrick, but let's talk about PG Lang. So we gonna handle that. We gonna handle that. Come on, folks, get ready. Get your comments ready for that. For the people that saw that video, I was like, oh, should I put it on? I got the video. I actually have an extended like version of it. I have more than what the people or some of the people putting out, but okay. By the way, congratulations again to Kendrick's sister for her MBA. Fantastic from CBU. She has a business also, Nova Ganix. She makes natural products, natural soaps, etc. So if you want to check that out. Now, PG Lang, I love PG Lang, but they're getting on my nerves. It's exciting. They've been putting out 1,000 cryptid messages. Have you been following? Watch some of my video. Watch the videos on PG Lang's cryptid messages. Lord have mercy. They have a picture of a doorknob. They have a picture of a wall. Um, they have just random stuff. Uh, let's take a picture of a hanger. Let's take a picture of a finger. Let's take a picture of someone's foot. Like they just they just keep posting. I try to follow it. I did a video and I waited for a week so they could continue posting away and just like, dumping all this crap, right? So I was like, are y'all done? So I gave them a week. And after the week, I said, okay, let me put the video out. But when I put the video out, they kept posting a bunch of stuff. And it's a piece of a car, it's a this. And I understand a lot of it and some of it. And they're putting out voice messages, and I left a voice message too on PG Lang. I left several, but I left the voice message. I was like, I hope it makes it. Um, and I said, come see my community. Sensitive Savages said hello to the folks over there. um, Lisa, hi. Remember Lisa? Thank you so much. Welcome. Made it to a live. Yes. Um, thank you. By the way, Texas Flower, thank you again. Because she was in there fighting the bots on my page, and people be like, this is the funniest comment that I ever, and I said this, I think, in every live. The funniest comment that I got on my page is "Holy Glaze-a-thon" or "Holy Glaze." Why is everybody peacefully glazing? Some OV host said that. They're like, why is everybody in here glazing? And nobody is complaining about it, and everybody agrees with it. He was just going off. He was like, I'm so confused. Why is everybody letting this happen? And I was like, "Are you finished? Did you hit the like button so I could block you?" And then I blocked them. But thank you for handling that. Texas. Gosh darn, you could tell by his foot off the ground. Yeah. This, I think I got the last clue. Yeah, yep, the puzzle spread. Yeah, so we welcome whatever, PG Lang, and it's probably a massive thing. And you know what I love? I do love the element of surprise that whatever the heck is coming, it's gonna be big. I don't think it's just a music video. A lot of people were saying that it might be just a music video. I don't think it's just a music video. I think it's something major. Remember, this tour, Kendrick already planned this. If you guys think that this just happened, the same thing that I've been saying for years. The GNX album has been in the works. Now, what one thing that Kendrick does do is he's a good writer last minute. And with the battle, as the battle was going, it's easy for him to write because he actually is talented. So as the battle was going on and when he saw Drake's approach and how Drake was going to go, he was writing stuff. And people were talking about that in the studio. He was writing stuff and then putting it out right away. He was forcing the producers and the people to master it and clean it up. And it was just like, if you watch RDC World, how they make jokes and stuff like that about Kendrick, it was, the pressure was just like that, of Kendrick saying hurry up, hurry up. They were calling the producers and the engineers that were mastering and cleaning it up to post it. They were calling him like every 5 minutes. I have interviews with some of the people that were the engineers, and they were like, when Kendrick put out a song, he was doing it as and editing it and changing the lyrics as they were there. And then he was like, go ahead, master it. Go ahead, let's do it, let's do it. And they were calling him every 5 minutes. And as soon as he said it's done, they uploaded it within 10 minutes, he said. They, as soon as he texted them or called them and said, hey, I did it, they were like, okay, send it, send it. And they uploaded. So Kendrick has a gift. He can create songs, he can freestyle. Watch the video that I posted, Kendrick with the black hippie. I just posted that today. How he just speaks and freestyles that, so it's easy for him. So PG Lang, so that's our PG Lang topic. We are, waiting to see what they have and whatever it is, so I'm gonna be busy. For the people that were sad that the GNX tour is over, don't be sad. Kendrick is gonna feed us real good, okay? Just hang in there. Be patient, brother. New flows coming, new music coming. Be patient. Plus, Kendrick loves to surprise us. He is listening to our concerns. He hears, he watches online, he looks at funny things. I believe he has seen my page. There's too many people that I'm connected with, and I've seen him, and I even told them and yelled it out. So I know he watches and he sees what we do, and he probably smiles. And I hope, and thank you so much for the people that said, I really hope Kendrick sees this video. Darn it, it's so good and all that stuff. I appreciate y'all, and that's so heartfelt. I thank you. So let's talk about the game. Let's see. I have been so on edge waiting for whatever. You know how busy I'm. Please pray for me. You don't understand. Sometimes I just like knock out because I don't have that much sleep, and I've been sick. I was trying to go live last week, and I just couldn't. I was trying to go live. I didn't look right. I was just like, nah. Let me just bring the content. I have been, yeah, on edge. Can it please be a black hippie thing? Whatever it is, we gotta take it, But yeah, black hippie thing will be oh my god, that'll be a sick joke. That will shift the culture even further. So whatever it is, it's gonna be fantastic. I need him to finish that family. I need a bodies video. I need the rest of the black hippie to join bodies. That song bodies, we go body for body. That has for me, if I broke that down a little bit before, that is that all the parts we go body for body. That's black hippie. I think that song was intentionally made for black hippie, and that's why I think he knows that we can't stand when he gives us hot snippets. And thank you, Kendrick, because the song that we call broccoli was squabble up. So we gotta, beggars can't be choosers. We gotta be grateful, a spirit of gratitude. So more things will come. So more things will come. He likes hearing us back. He does. He does. He does. Let me tell you something funny. And people that have gone to these shows, y'all can back me up if y'all need to. When you are, and I said this before, but I'm gonna say it with more enthusiasm this time. When you Kendrick be staring, like if you're in the energy pit or you're in the barricades, that means right here, and then the stage is right there, and there's like a little fence, and we call ourselves barricade baddies. Like there's a few of us that do content, and I keep seeing a lot of the same people. So we be fighting to go to the barricades. Now, in some stadiums, you could pay extra to be in the energy pit, but in some places, like in Latin America, they just have this big area. Like they don't have chairs on the floor, so five, 600 people, 1,000 people can fit, and the energy pit is less. I like the energy pit. The energy pit, they only allow like 300 people there, or 2 or 300 or something. So I love the energy pit. It's like exclusive, just right by the stage. But in the barricades, anybody can just go. If Kendrick sees you going bar for bar, like he saw me, this what happened. I forgot what show it was. I was going so hard, and that's why one of you, I think it was um T Star Real, was like, "Was that you screaming in the video?" And I was like, "Yes." So when I try to go real hard, he loves that. He loves it. I was like choking because I was trying to go bar for bar, and I was like, and I started choking. I was still trying to say the lyrics, and he looked at me, he stared at me, and he was like, "I see you." And that's what some of the videos where he'd be like, "I see you," and he points, and then he kept walking and going off about his business. He stares, and he be looking at people. Please back me up if you've ever been in the pit. He stares at you and he scans to see who's going the hardest, and whoever's going the hardest, that's who keeps waving to, he keeps winking at, he keeps doing all kinds of stuff. I have caught him in perfect footage. Like he has given me perfect footage because I be jumping. Some of my footage is just crazy. It's me jumping right before I record him doing like a smile or something. So y'all don't know what goes on. I'll be like, Kendrick, give me my wink, give me my kiss. Kendrick, I'll be saying all kinds of stuff. And then when he does it, I gotta stay still and record. So we be, yeah, my excuse me. As you can see, I'm like getting better. So when he sees you going crazy, that's when he says, I see you. All my videos that say I see you is for people that are almost dying to go bar for bar. They're just like, we go bar for bar. When you're like that, he's like, yeah, he looks at you. He looks at you, and then he's like, yeah, okay, he approves. So going back to Texas, yes, he wants us to beg and want him. He wants to be wanted. He's crazy. Yeah, he's crazy, and I love it. Lisa said one day I will be able to afford. Some of the prices were cheap in Latin America. Some of the tickets, I swear from God, was only $150, $200. It was so cheap, but the flight was like impossible. It's like pass around a collection plate. I'm like, yo, sponsor me, go fund me, sponsor me. I be telling people, I'm telling my family, my friends, like, yo, don't give me a gift. If it's my birthday, just help me out. Get me a ticket, help me, cash at me. Like, you gotta do what you gotta do. You get me? And I have a bunch of jobs. Like I have a business. I if only y'all knew. Oh, hi, Vina 712. This is glad I caught you live. Yes, thank you. Glad to see you. So the game. Let's talk about the game. The non-game. Game over. Let's talk about game over. Loser. If you look in the dictionary, it's definitely his picture. Or the legions of losers. That's gonna be my next video. One of my next videos. The legions of losers. The non-avengers. Where do I even start? The game went out big boy. For those of you that don't know, and he sounded like he respected Kendrick. He's like, yeah, but if you listen carefully, he was condescending. He said, yeah, when I first met him, I was like, it's a funny looking boy, little boy. You're gonna say a funny looking boy? You're talking about King, the emperor of hip hop? You better show some damn respect, right? The little boy, yeah. And then if that was not condescending enough, then he went on to say, I was asking Top for him. He's not to be passed around like an item. He's like, yeah, can I have him? Can I have him? Right or wrong? For the people that heard the interview, y'all could back me up on this. That's exactly what the game said. He said, I was asking him, can I assign him? Can I have him? Can I have him? When I heard that disrupted my soul. That sent me to the cosmics, to another entropy, to the galaxies far away, and I wanted to become some type of I wanted to get some superpower where I turn into a dragon and just burn him. Respectfully, of course. I wanted to have him. What the hell is wrong with you? He's been hanging around Puff Daddy too long. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to get savage. He wasted 2 years. Let's tell the truth about the game. He wasted 2 years having fun with Diddy. When he first started hanging out with Diddy, he's like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm trying to, move my career." What were you moving your career? Yeah, both in boxers in a hot tub. What are you talking about? Doing weird ish, just nonsense. And at the end of it, he had no video, no music was produced in that toxic ass time that he was with Puff Daddy. And by the way, like I said, Puff Daddy's having the time of his life in jail. They put him in jail. That shit is like role playing for him. If you look at if you know, you know. If you've seen the pictures of Puff Daddy in jail that are circling around, he's getting his nails done, respectfully. So Game was doing nothing while Kendrick was busy in the lab. You know how much time people have talked about Kendrick in a studio? They go to sleep and Kendrick's still working. It's like 2 days, 3 days in a studio. They have a shower in the studio because people don't go home. They bring change of clothes in the studio. You put that much work ethic, then you can say and you can have a seat at the table. So he went on that and was like, oh, a funny looking kid. He was trying to sun him because he keeps failing. Nobody's trying to hear about him. Then he went on back on Fig or whatever. He just did another interview. And in this interview, he said, "This is the funny. If you're having a bad day and you want to laugh, watch that interview. I might upload a little bit of it and clown him and do my editing, my silly ass editing that I do." He literally said, I thought I would sit this TDE Christmas out. I decided that I was going to sit this out. It's better for the energy. And I didn't want to cause any problems. Nigga, you weren't invited. Nobody's trying to check for you. Nobody, maybe your kids, respectfully, nobody cares about you're non-game. You got no game in this game. Like, you got nothing. You don't have a seat at the table. And that's why TDE, whatever they did with Snoop, that's another video that I put in. People, I had to remove some comments. That's why there's only 3 comments on there, because some people were like, "Oh, Snoop, why you have so much hate in your heart?" Snoop was pandering back and forth. I still don't know what kind of talk he had with TDE that convinced them to put him on that stage, but it is what it is. It was for the kids, whatever the hell they put Snoop on that table. So Game went on and said that he decided to sit this one out. When everybody and their mama knows, one of the subscribers said he's shadow boxing. He's shadow boxing. He's punching the air right now, because all of these wonderful things are. Compton is thriving with events and TDE uniting with PG Lang to create just wonderful. Look at the video I uploaded today of the behind the scenes. Do you know how many sneakers they gave out and how much they were doing haircuts for free for kids that can't afford shape ups and haircuts? They had hairstylists out there. That thing is big. The TDE Christmas thing is an event. It's an all-day event. It was fantastic. So, you know, that was what was going on. Um so that's what happened with the game. Like, he just was saying whatever, and nobody was really trying to hear what he had to say. But he, Snoop earned some diplomatic immunity. Listen, Snoop, thank you, Texas. Snoop, listen, you could disagree with me. I repeat, I do not trust Snoop. Snoop is a legend. Snoop was a great artist. Snoop got bangers. He, pushed the needle of the culture in his time. He has great, a great discography, but he moves funny. He moved funny with Tupac. He was just on Trump, performing for Trump after he, eviscerated Trump years ago, talking about you can't trust him, you can't do this and that. He panders. He's the number one panderer next to the Game. So I can't trust him, me personally. And yes, that's good that they kind of made up or whatever happened. It's great that TDE. But I'm gonna say something that is an unpopular opinion, and I'm used to it. My whole life, I don't think like everybody. That's the difference between PG Lang and TDE. If you think that Kendrick forgot what Snoop did, and I don't want to hear that it was just the edibles, because if it was just the edibles, he would have accidentally posted Kendrick songs. Kendrick had way more bangers and way more moments. He had the Super Bowl. He did everything, and that's when Snoop was trying to save face in the Super Bowl. He went live and was like, "Oh man, nephew's doing such a good job." I can't trust him. Once people show you who they are, you gotta believe them. Let's see. Too nervous to comment. Thank you. Too nervous. Oh, come on. We don't bite unless requested. Guys, I agree, but keep him close, tight. I will not keep nobody. He still has influence on like game. I don't I see. Like I said, I'm gonna say something else. Nah, f the edibles and f everything. Do you see a picture of Snoop and Kendrick at this TD event? And Kendrick was there for hours, by the way. Okay, do you see a picture? I got my video that is 7K in one day. Thank you so much for everybody watching it. And I got almost every picture. And members, I put a little behind the scene when Kendrick was lifting up his shirt in joy. You know, he was just letting loose, that night. But I have every type of picture of that event. And unless there's a secret picture, he didn't go near Snoop. He didn't go near. For those of us that know Kendrick, know that he will forgive, because it's good to purge out that negative energy, but he will never, ever forget. And I would never, ever trust Snoop at all. So this whole, yes,
kumbaya, you know, I'll never piece it up. That don't sit well with me. Before I call a truce, I'll take him to hell with me. He doesn't trust him. Even if he said hi or something, he doesn't trust him. Let's see what y'all saying. So hello, RB823, welcome. Um thank you so much for your kindness accepting me in your life. Accepting, Lord have mercy, this is your house. This is, your community. Thank you for accepting me. Thank you for accepting me as, a content creator. Thank you so much, Lisa. Member Lisa, I'm 1,000% 100,000% spot on. That's how I feel, and it's okay. Community, we're gonna disagree at times because my opinion is never popular, so I understand. Not that many people have such a savage take. So I understand. It's okay. We agree to disagree because a lot of people like show love. Listen, I rock with Snoop's music. Are you kidding me? I think he's so funny. I watch his whole when he had that when he had the reality show with his family. I couldn't have enough. I could even tell you my favorite episode was when his cholesterol was high and he's funny as hell to me. Excuse me, my voice and everything. His cholesterol was high. He promised his wife that he was going to eat healthy, and he got caught ordering like 12-piece chicken, and he put it under the sofa, and his wife walked in and she was like, I smell something, it's not the salad I gave you. You know what I mean? So he was funny as hell. When he got caught by her, he he almost died. He was so scared, but because he was supposed to be eating healthy. He's hilarious, but it is what it is. Let's see what y'all say. Texas, Lisa with twinsies. Yeah, not, no. Kendrick studies his enemy. You think he's not watching Snoop's every move? You got another thing coming. Kendrick knows where Drake is going to be next. Kendrick knows where all his enemies are doing. He studies people for a living, as do I, because I know what content creators are doing. And you know what? You get that feeling from me. Some of the members get that feeling from me because they're like, "How do you keep patrolling the streets?" I don't read every comment. Gosh darn it! Thank you. I have thousands and thousands of comments that I don't get to. Um, but I read as much as I can. Um, let's see. Kendrick moving correctly. Gosh darn it, said. T Style, I noticed that he didn't take a picture. Thank you, by the way, everybody that's here. I didn't even know if anybody was gonna be on this thing today. I know y'all holiday shopping for those of you that celebrate. Oh, that's nice, community. Welcome our new friend that was nervous. Are you a lady? I am a boy. Are you a lady or a sir? So we know how to address you. RB8233. Um, a safe. This is a safe place. See, I knew I shouldn't have been so savagely talking. Sometimes like people don't get me, but I love the people that get me. That they're like, nah, she's a sweetheart. She just don't say nothing bad. Don't nobody talk nothing bad about Kendrick, or some of our greats that I love. Kendrick is a true. We can be cordial at the same time. And Tamila Auntie, Kendrick is an air sign, as am I. So extremely analytical in our heads, analyzing, strategizing all damn day long. And that's why Kendrick goes back and forth with his mind to decide what he wants to do. But once he makes a decision, he's done. And as a Gemini, he's very entertaining and very charming. Shout out to Gemini, shout out to all the signs, shout out to Sagittarius, Pisces, Cancer, all the signs. Shout out Aquarius, gang, gang, gang. Gorgeous. Let's see. Welcome to the Sensitive Savage neighborhood. We have some fun here. Snoop is sneaky. Thank you, Diane Townsend 9429. Snoop is too sneaky for me, and I still laugh at his face and his funny antics. But he is too sneaky for me, and I can't. I want to love him. I want to trust him, but now the game, I want no parts of him. I never liked his energy. Something's wrong with him. He is anybody that hangs out with Diddy for 2 years. Come on now. If y'all don't agree with me with that, something's not right. I felt Snoop been shady since the '90s. He did Tupac wrong. Oh my God, he's such a back and forther. I can't. So, anyways, two T's to wrap up the talk about the game. Unless y'all want to add to it. Two T's birthday was just a couple of weeks ago, and I put a post where 2T said homie's lying. He never wanted to sign nothing. And oh, 2T's put another post up and he said, come get at me. Like, come get at me. If you think you want it, like he challenged someone to try it. F around and find out. These boys are big. Did you see the video on Kendrick's security? I don't even know where these humans are made. Like this, the people that surround Kendrick are giants. The security. Did you see the security guard that he had the white beard? That man is like 7 foot in infinity. Seven times infinity. Like I don't know where these people come from, and I love it. And I love that they surround him. And thank you, Kendrick. Thank you, Kendrick, for being wiser than some of our beautiful greats that we lost. Rest in peace, Nipsey. Rest in peace, all these wonderful people that trusted. Unfortunately, you could listen. Kendrick's doing it the right way. He's giving back to the neighborhood, but he's protecting himself in the neighborhood. Because remember, one of Kendrick's bracelets can get somebody out of poverty. So there's people that are just jealous and desperate, and they don't want to work for, to get money, or they want the easy way out. They're hustlers and they don't have anything to lose. And because some of our greats trusted the cities that they're from, I'm sorry, not everybody. I would not. You understand? Respectfully, I will give back to the city that I'm from, but I will move far away. I would move far away because he's at a different level right now. Kendrick is not the boy from around the way. He's still at heart, but he cannot trust, because it's not going to be people that ride or die for him. It's going to be one hater. Remember, there's a bunch of haters. That's why Kendrick knows. He's aware. These people, 21 Savage, none of them, they're not aware. They don't even understand. They're not even friends. They're not even loyal to each other. Yeah, so top five? Oh, yeah, let's talk about it real quick. Top five was going against Drake, because why? Obviously, it's all about the money. The checks stopped coming in. They had an argument. I can't prove it. This is alleged, but I know they're on Drake's payroll. You think this man is going to be crashing out for free and going downtown Toronto when Kendrick was on the GNX tour in Toronto, trying to open every hotel, fancy hotel room to try to find Kendrick and do harm to him? And like Kendrick said, these boys put money out in the street to try to harm Kendrick. He needs to move presidentially. So I love to see it. He had about 8 bodyguards or something like that. Bottom five. That's what he's called. Bottom five. Let's see. Um, Snoop been moving funny. Gosh darn it, awesome beard. Yeah, fantastic, fantastic beard. If you're talking about Kendrick, yes, phenomenal, immaculate. Um, Lisa said yes, Texas. Um, this page is different than other pages. You are able to have an opinion here. Other pages you can, huh? That's crazy. No, y'all can say whatever. You know what I mean? Y'all can say whatever. And I noticed that too. I noticed that too. There's some content creators will shall remain nameless, and some of them actually salute me and everything respectfully, thank you. But there's some content creators that they just want you to think a certain way. Now here's the thing, y'all could think however y'all want. Know that we might disagree, but if you have respect, it's all about respect. We respect each other, it's all good. um because I know I've always see, for me it's not a surprise. I've always thought differently. I've always stood out wherever I've been. I've always been around celebrities. It's just my kismet. It's my destiny to do this. So I've always been. I've been around Cash Money when they first started. Like I just always been for some reason or another. Even if I wasn't in the music field or anything, it's just life kept bringing me there. So I know like I'm supposed to be doing this or something to this effect. That was so cartoonishly stupid. Yeah. Bottom five is a cartoon, is a crash out dummy. He is Drake's crash out dummy. That the check stopped coming. You could tell when this check stopped coming. And I hope Kai Cenat learns his lesson. He did learn a lot from Drake and how Drake is a disloyal hoochie, duck lip hoochie. Let's see. RB said, I think I'm a little confused because that didn't Kendrick say in a song that the game wasn't interested in him early on. Yeah, the game. the game is that's exactly the point. Yeah, he took J Rock on tour. Kendrick was there because he was his hype man. Yeah, the game was not interested in anything. The game thought he. This is how close-minded people are. Do you know there are people that passed on and didn't that passed off Kendrick as, oh, that's no big deal. The reason why Kendrick is so close to Black Hippie and calls him his brothers is because if you ask any of them, they will tell you we knew Kendrick was special. And look at the freestyle hangout that I just put this video. It's 2 minutes long that I just uploaded today. They're literally hanging out from back in the day. 2016 or something like that. They're hanging out. Kendrick would freestyle while they're hanging out. When they would go out, he kept rhyming too, and it made sense. It sounded like it needed to be a song. He was a natural. All of them will give Kendrick the credit, and Kendrick will give them the credit. Kendrick's very humble. He gives Absol a lot of credit. So the game just is a stupid idiot, a feeble-minded buffoon that can't stop being an imbecile, and that's what his problem is because he's losing. He doesn't have any other options. He can put, for people that say, "Oh yeah, he raps a little good," I don't even care. He might rap well enough. I don't care enough to even acknowledge that because he's so damn toxic that So nothing that comes out of his mouth you could believe because he was just saying that he decided not to go to the TD Christmas. He didn't decide anything. They cast him out. He's been cast out. He don't get respect in Compton. He can't even walk. You should see how much hateful videos there are. um Game got to be careful. You know what he did? He brought Drake one time to for one of his songs that he did with Drake or whatever the hell to film a video in Compton. He brought Drake to film a video in Compton. Wasn't it at six in June 16 also? That's some weird trippy thing. I might do a breakdown about that, but real Ken folks know Ken folks. Yeah. Yeah, he's not. I mean, the white bearded security guard. Oh yeah, you talking about the white? So I'm sorry, I deviated and got lost in the sauce. Got lost in Kendrick's beard one more time again. Sorry, I apologize. Let me focus. But no, but I can't be worse than yo. Y'all comments be savage, yo. Y'all are crazy. Just when I think I be getting lost between love and lust. Your comments are crazy. Some of them I have to kind of YouTube removes them because they're a little beyond spicy. But anyways, yeah, the guy with the security guard with the white beard is a problem. Two T's is a problem, and they've challenged him, Game, and he challenged Game. He can't stand Game, and so I love Two T's for that. Two real friends, yeah. 616. I in June there was so many things. I have to do a video. Kendrick keeps me busy. I don't even know how I keep uploading because I want to do like a breakdown video, which is like 8 minutes or something a little longer. Of 616. There's so many things about that number. And so many synchronicities that are weird about June 16th. There were so many things that happened. That was when Kendrick also met up with Drake, and Kendrick, that was the day when Kendrick realized, having a conversation in a restaurant with Drake, that Drake was just all about fame and money and all this BS. So, and also, it's just so many correlations with that number. Um, so when Kendrick did that song, it didn't mean just one meaning. He's very, very deep and analytical. Um, More meaningful than we know. Yes, it's way more meaningful than we know. Um, Game is just gonna continue to talk out both sides of his mouth and say whatever. He knows, they know they're losing steam. They know they're irrelevant and that they don't have any other avenues. They can't put out music. They've been caught botting. They're running out. Their time is up. Now, there's a way to try to get out of it is by being authentic and giving people good music. But they refuse to give good music. They make fun of lyricists. They make fun of lyricism. They make fun of it. They're like, "Oh, Kendrick's is so preachy." Okay, well, guess what? He's on a stadium. He was on a stadium tour, and he's about to be a billionaire. With when this tour comes out with all these cities that were all sold out, the count So far it's like 330 million or 350 million with 30 cities. And he still had like 17 cities more to go. So by the time they do the tally of this tour, Lord have mercy. And Kendrick was already worth about 250, 300 million, whatever. So and Kendrick doesn't care about the money like that. He has enough already. He cares about bringing being better than he was yesterday. Keep getting better and better, like that song that he has. I'm better, I'm better, I'm better. By you would be great. Thank you so much. Yes, I appreciate that, T Star Real, because I'm not just gonna put out trash. I'm gonna do extensive research and my angles. I study things. I go deep and I look for intentions and why did this one do this and connections. So that's why I've been actually working on it. I have that in the works. I have notes and I've been talking to people, researching. My research comes from everywhere. So I want to do it, some justice. A breakdown. I also want to break down a lot of Kendrick's like Euphoria and a lot of other things that are prophetic. There's some oldies but goodies, and I got the bolts. I got the archives. So Kendrick has been prophesizing. You could call it a coincidence, but nothing is a coincidence. When does it stop being a coincidence? Kendrick knew how this was going to play out 10 years ago, if you believe me. And if not, I'll show you some stuff. I'll put out some stuff. I'm working on some research, but Kendrick keeps me so busy. I don't have a moment to breathe. Thank goodness, because it's so much fun and so fulfilling, and I just love seeing him. Every time I see Kendrick live, I get so nervous when he walks right to the front. It's like you gotta hold your breath. His energy is so powerful. I can't even describe. I don't have the diction. I lack the diction and the lexicon to explain what that is. It's a warmth. It's like you hold your breath. It's like some energy you've never felt before. Um, boy, boy, imagine, his children are so lucky having Kendrick as a father, and he's so caring. Whacked out murals, yes. T-style, yes. Whacked out murals. I don't even know where to start because I'm in love with whacked out murals. Whacked out murals. When I tell you I play that every day. Well, I don't get tired of Kendrick's music. I listen to Kendrick and I upload Kendrick every single day. So whacked out murals made me literally shed tears over and over because it's so real. What happens is when you elevate, you've seen many of you maybe have lost a lot of friends, not because you did something, it's because you outgrew them. People are in your life for a reason, for a season, or to stay. And when you evolve and you move up, some people don't move up. So because Kendrick has elevated, some people staying in the same BS, doing the same crap, and wash, rinse, repeat. So God, the universe, takes them out of your life because you don't vibrate at the same frequency anymore. So you don't resonate. There's a saying, tell me who you hang out with, and I'm going to tell you who you are. And there's no truer saying than that. You think the game and I can hang out? You think Drake and I, we would kill each other in 5 minutes? Okay, so tell me who you hang out with, and I'm going to tell you who you are. So, because you don't resonate with certain people you discover after friendships of 10 years, 20 years, oh, this person's been using me this whole time, because you finally elevated enough to see it. So, definitely whacked out murals is everything. It's literally my life in writing. It's a lot. It's I relate to that so many of those things have happened to me at a different, not at the grand scale of Kendrick, but it's just crazy. I have lost that so many people that were friends and allegedly, right, discouraged me from even doing this because I think they knew that I could do it and that I could be decent at it. And it's a lot of jealousy, and jealous people are one of the most dangerous people. So just watch your six, watch your back. Don't analyze people, study people, how they move. If a guy or woman is promising you the world but they're not moving like that, you got to guess where they're at, you got to guess their intention. They are not for you. Walk away, dodge a bullet, let them dodge a blessing. Why am I preaching? Okay, okay. okay, we're gonna go there. Dodge a bullet. You dodge the bullet. Let them dodge the blessing, because eventually they'll know that they lost you. So that's why I resonate with Kendrick. You could tell the way that I think is, and that's why I don't care about any content creator that talks about me. Some people that don't agree with me. I know that I've been through hell on earth. A lot of people feel like maybe, oh, she's so privileged, she's so this. You don't understand what I do. Just to be able to do anything, or just to be able to go places, I'm willing to work 4 jobs, and the average person is not. Um, you know, I'm abundant in belief and faith. I'm not, abundance will come when you have faith and you fight faith, and fight fear, and embrace faith. So I'm willing to do. It's a work ethic. So it's the same thing with Kendrick. He's it while everybody's sleeping. You think that man is resting? If you think that man is resting, this man probably only sleeps 4 or 5 hours. He's always working. When we're sleeping and the world is quiet, he's creating a masterpiece. He's creating movies. That movie that he's coming out with, Whitney Springs, is going to be hilarious and fantastic. So that differentiates you. You want to be part of the 1% that makes it, then you got to work harder. You got to work smarter. Working hard for others is not the business. Work hard for yourself. And that's what I do. I try to hustle and do my own things. So I think somebody needed to hear that. Let's see what y'all saying. When I do a song with Drake. LA is one of my favorites, and even DSP. I stay playing Hey Now. Yeah, I don't get tired. I sometimes look at myself. I'm like, yo, you play Not Like Us 47 times today. Like something's wrong. No, it's healing. It's healing. My birthday's May 3rd. 2 years. I got the present. 2 songs. Oh, that's great. I was thinking, do Keisha Hart Kendrick did whacked out murals. Right. They're not even on the same wavelength. And that's why Kendrick, I was so happy when he did Hard Part 6 and he took the out because, legally it had to be called something different. Um, he wasn't even trying to get back at at Drake. He was just doing his thing. He was back to real feelings, real emotions about the people that matter. He didn't care. Drake is so beneath him. He's done with Drake. Drake is still not done with Kendrick. Drake sees Kendrick in his nightmares every night. Drake is up at 3 o'clock in the morning texting. Who did he text this week? He was texting, threatening. Who was Drake threatening at 3 o'clock in the morning? Because that dude can't sleep. Because Kendrick's voice is is haunting him for life. It's a long life battle with himself and with Drake in his mind. Will you be incorporating more of the spirituality in your reactions? Those reactions will be so powerful and healing on another level. Absolutely. Kendrick would also release a Heart Part 6 song before his album would come out. Um, yes, and we missed that he didn't do the heart. But it's okay. Oh yes, she points numerology. Yeah, I work with numerology because it's real. I used to be like, oh, it's a coincidence. It's a coincidence. And then 500 coincidences happen. And then I'm like, when does it stop being a coincidence? Um, we did, we need to hear that. Yes. Um, yes. In some of the videos, I think I tagged you, Texas, and I said, I forgot which video. It was like 222 that I just did. And I was like, look, it was synchronicity. It was supposed to be. Everything is we're supposed to be here. We're supposed to have met. Our path was supposed to cross. I'm kind of very deep. And as Kendrick said in one of the videos that I put out, they asked him, what would you be if you weren't a rapper? He said an astrologer. He would be into spirituality and metaphysics. And it's an air sign thing too. His pupils beyond skates, he don't rest. We did need to hear it. Oh, you're welcome, Vibrant. Oh God, Ebro. Yes. Okay, so the next thing is okay, so the quickly the TV Christmas was spectacular. We already kind of covered it, all the players, a lot of people were there. Chef Boy got his time of his life with that song Gang Gang, and also because Kendrick chose him to divulge the information that he has more stuff coming. So Kendrick got Chef Boy got lucky, and Chef Boy, I think he's intentional. Chef Boy decided to wear a Martin jacket, and maybe he loves Martin. Hear me out for a minute. Those of you that want to go on this quick little rabbit hole with me, I feel that Chef Boy had a strategy. I feel like he came prepared. He had a Martin jacket on. And yes, we a lot of us love Martin, but who loves Martin one of the most? Kendrick. So he made it a point to meet him and ask him, when you meet Kendrick and you're like, the superstar, you know what the first thing he asked him is the question we all want to hear. He may as well be a content creator or a hip hop journalist, because he asked the right damn question. He said, when can we hear more new music? Are you coming out or whatever? What's going on? Because Kendrick said, you're going crazy in the streets. And he was like, no, 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 you. And he asked, I want to hug Chef, Chef Boy, because he asked him the right question, and now he's viral because Kendrick decided to say, and Kendrick don't ever give information, but it might have been the Martin jacket. Respectfully, it might have been the Martin jacket. It caught his eye. He was like, Martin? Remember when Kendrick walked out of the interview because that Caucasian interviewer did not know what Martin was? Know your subject before you interview someone. Do your darn research, lady. And he walked away from the interview. He's like, nah, I gotta go because you too delayed. You too stupid to have this interview. So it caught his eye. That's what I think. But anyways, back to reality. It gets deep. And Chef Boy, I think he's intentional. He was smart. Deal with Kendrick not being still. Let me tell you something. when he Listen, I honestly think they have some type of arrangement or something. I don't think y'all ready to hear what I have to say about that situation. I know she's helped them, and they've had issues before, and you could hear from Mr. Morale. And listen, he's admitted to making mistakes and everything. He's a handful. I've said it a million times. He's a handful, but he is also a protector. He don't play with his family and everything, but that's another topic for another day. I just feel like they have some type of an understanding because, respectfully, him and SZA were going crazy, and I know I showcase that a lot too. I know what I do, but SZA was acting crazy with him on that tour. And I'm gonna leave it there. She was dressing a little crazy too, because people are like, "Oh yeah, they got the sibling energy." Let me not get started, because some of y'all know how I feel about that. It's crazy, but yeah, that's a good question, Tamila. That's a very good topic. So Ebro Hot 97 has been going through it. I have a video on that real quick. You may disagree with Ebro. Ebro in the morning is the show. Um, with Rosenberg. Rosenberg is Jewish. Okay. One thing I do like about Rosenberg is that they called him a Glazer a long time ago, Kendrick Glazer. When Kendrick put out his first album, Good Kid, Mad City, he got clowned. Rosenberg got clowned because he said it's a classic, it's an instant classic, and he was not lying. And everybody was just like, he appreciates talent, he appreciates Kendrick, he sees him. Um, Laura Styles is like a wannabe politically correct, but Ebro, I respect Ebro, even though sometimes I disagree with Ebro, because he started becoming vocal, extremely vocal about Drake. Hot 97 is a hip hop radio station which was very popular because of their summer jams and a bunch of other things that they do, but it was brought out by people that are not of the culture. Ever since that happened, they don't have a say in the songs that are played, because a lot of people are like, yo, why they keep playing Drake? It's not in his power, even if he is a producer of the morning show. It's above his pay grade. So he started becoming very vocal. So if you see content creators talking about that, there is a correlation. He does not like Drake. If you see the video that I put, the downfall of Hot 97, you will see how he speaks about Drake. He thinks He is a culture vulture. He doesn't have a region. He doesn't have a regional sound, and he's a phony. So once he started being very vocal, they got fired, and because they're part of the show. But I think I when you get fired from a place like that, it's a blessing. The rejection is protection, because he outgrew that. I don't want to be in a station, working for a station that we're not part of the culture, the people that own it, because now it's compromised. So they don't they play Kendrick, but not as much as they should. And it's just a lot going on with New York City and New York right now. Nas put out an album, and if it feels like he didn't do as many numbers. Nas is respected and loved, but they're not playing a lot of his music. It's just a lot going on because people are taking over the culture. The media is taking over a lot of the culture. New York is fighting for their life. We have a lot of great MCs that came from New York, and we got to respect that. um, let's see the rap. Uh, New York was rocking with Kendrick. Let me tell you something. For people talking bad about New York, this is what I gotta say. New York, Kendrick loves, read my lips, loves New York. Kendrick bought a residence there. He could have lived anywhere in the world, and he does live in LA, but he has residence. He has property in New York City because he loves. That's why he called himself the king of New York, which rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. He's the king of anything if he's the only one that has the work ethic. He's the king of whatever. If he's the only one putting out, but New York still rocked with him. So New York still rocked with him, and he gave New York 2 nights. If y'all think that Kendrick don't rock with New York, he gave New York baby goddamn Keem. You think that that's an accident? Keem is not even from New York, and he made sure. And if you want further proof that Kendrick loves New York and stands with New York because New York stands with Kendrick, that's the only place out of all 40 something cities that Kendrick popped out in a mall to meet regular people. And I'm blessed to have been there. Lord have mercy. I am blessed to have that footage. I was so blessed. I'm so thankful. And he popped out with Scissor and did some the unthinkable. He spoiled New York. It's not like a coincidence. He respects New York. New York is going through a lot. They just got, they just went through elections. They're trying to have faith. It's a lot going on. But New York stands with Kendrick, and that's all I need to hear. So, New York is good by me. Ebro was telling the truth, and many things were going on behind the scenes. A bunch of people started getting fired. Angie Martinez was part of uh Hot 97, and she was the voice of New York. Everybody knew her from no matter where you were from, or most people knew her. She went with another radio station. So Hot 97 has been on the downfall, and it's sad because they had the best. It was the hottest radio station. I heard, and I've actually attended some of the summer jams because I saw Kendrick at a summer jam. One of the first times that I filmed, him outside of LA, was following the this darn crazy summer jam, which was a crazy ass concert, by the way. It was out of control. Um, so yeah, hi from New York. I'm from Buffalo, Bridget. More awesome. Um, Cali girl Stewart, how you doing? USC's okay. So now, thank you for keeping me focused. T Style, you are a hell of a writer too. You have a good diction. I've been seeing your comments, but I don't always have the time to respond to all of them. But you're a pretty good writer. I like it. Okay, there was a video now that came out to wrap this up. What do we have? The last topic is the tour and what's coming up for Kendrick. But before that, there's a video that came out with Kendrick. A lot of people saying it's not Kendrick. It was Kendrick. He was at the USC versus UTSA basketball game. How many of you have seen that video? I have the video. I have extended footage too. I just hesitated to put it up. I have the video. Okay, so let me tell you what the controversy is. I gotta cover this, not sponsored. Sponsor me, somebody. Um, Okay. So Kendrick, the reason why it's going viral and crazy is because he was covered up. He was very, very covered up. Y'all want the video? Y'all want me to upload it? I'll upload it, but just know, like, I don't want to be fighting with y'all in the comments. Like, you don't respect his privacy. Look, I've videotaped. I have footage, and Kendrick has let me. I've been in spaces with Kendrick, by the way, and I have. That's why a lot of people are, why you got that footage? Because I've hung out. I've been in these places, but people can't come that near. But he's seen my face. He knows me, and he's okay with me. But we don't talk like that. But I've been in a lot of spaces that he's been in, and I've filmed him, and he lets me. Um, so I'll put in the members, okay? 'Cause- so the controversy was that he was covered. He was covered when he was in Atlanta. You saw the video that I put out that we had pictures of him in the Atlanta airport. I mean, not Atlanta, Australia, and he was at the airport. He wasn't covering up his face. He knew people paparazzi were filming him. He was comfortable. He was smiling. He knew he was being filmed. Um, you know, I was stalking the airport too. But this one he was covered, guys. When I tell you covered, it was like covered. But that nose, that little button nose, we knew it was him. And plus I got him from different angles. The end. Okay, the second part of the controversy was that he was with a female. It was not his sister. Argue with a tree. It was not his sister. We know what his sister looks like. It was not the same person. And as a matter of fact, I do know who she was. She looks like a dancer, but not from his GNX. She's a another person, unless it's his family member. Now I don't want to speculate. I'm just telling you, and I'm just reporting. So don't shoot me, because every time I talk about this, it's a serious situation. Okay. I have a theory. Kendrick is working on his doctorate in psychology from USC. The problem was, oh my battery. The problem was that he was with a female. Now people are saying if he had a nephew or he had like somebody, a family member, a little cousin that goes there, right? To the place. People were expecting him to be in a group with family members that were supporting this kid's game and that everybody was going to go, right? The controversy again is that people don't see him with Whitney that much. And a lot of people are like, oh, she's staying home with the babies and all that. But I have her, she's shown up to a couple events. She's been out. I have her, she ran a marathon. She went out for the babies thing event. She looked wonderful. She's been out to a lot of events, and she doesn't go to a lot of events like Kendrick and his awards like she used to. They might have their reasons. It's fine. So the problem was that he was with this girl, and that's what the controversy is. It wasn't like with a group of family members or whatever. And he might be working on a movie. It might be have a reason. There might be a reason or what have you. But then the aspect of him being super covered up. So yeah, no need to post it. That's why I was like, look, I respect whatever the heck she was not a minor. It wasn't a minor. I think it's a family member, you know, if you ask me. I'm not going to do it. That's why I was like, I'm not doing it because I don't want to, how I am. I like to, highlight positivity, and Kendrick is intelligent. He knows what he's doing. And if he's out and about, he knows people, those are his people, and, just to respect his privacy. Now, I will post when he's out and about smiling and we catch him exercising or running or doing something, because, he's not hiding. But the fact that he was hiding, or his face, that's why I was like, he don't want to be noticed. So somebody said Team Whitney. He said to me, he alludes to it in LA. I saw the picture. Some of the comments said that he either single or cheating or something. Yeah, they were going crazy. Nah, they were going crazy. They were going crazy. Yeah, he and Whitney may have an arrangement. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Didn't I mention that? I mentioned something like that before in the beginning of this live. I mentioned something. I don't know what's going on, and it might be a family member or whatever. It doesn't matter, you know. I have so much to say. I have so much to say. I'm probably gonna talk to membership and just say anything. Either way, the people that he surrounds himself by, like SZA makes him laugh. She's hilarious. She's been there for him for a long time. That's family, TD family. He got a great support system. Yeah, he was at this game, and yeah, so that's the thing about that. So we discussed it. Thank you for your comments. I understand all of your comments. I understand Team Whitney because you want to see the family be good. I understand everything because Kendrick, he the last time had him like in pictures hiding kind of was in the pandemic, but it wasn't really hiding. I mean, he was kind of hiding with a hoodie. He wanted to be a normal person. He didn't have any brands, and he had a mask on. So I understand that he just wanted to do. He was part of the Black Lives Matter march, and he wanted to partake in that, and that was very positive. um he wasn't close. So I have the full video. So the video, he was sitting behind her, and there was like a security guard lady and a security guard man. There was like three security with him, and they were acting like they weren't with him. It was so funny. But I know they cleared out that area. He was like by himself in the area. Nobody was sitting except for him. So he was like behind the girl, and then in like 15 minutes or something like that, he sat next to her or whatever. So we have that, but whatever. I don't care. It is what it is. Whatever's happened, it's his. It wasn't a minor. So yeah, he might be working on a collab. He might be filming something. He has a lot going on. So we'll talk, members. Texas, you yeah, twinsies. You're something else. You're funny. So okay, the last thing that I have, I don't want to keep you too long. I appreciate y'all. I can't believe all these people came out. Thank you so much. uh it's 2026 tour. I don't think Kendrick is done. He's grown and sexy. He's grown and sexy. And he was extra flirty in this whole tour. He was a problem. He was a problem. I have so much more footage, guys. I have so much stuff, and he did stuff for me. Okay, we were going crazy. Remember that I always say in the lives that he be doing stuff. He was doing stuff, and at this TDE thing, he kind of lifted his shirt a little bit. But anyways, I have a lot of footage of him being extra spicy on this tour. Okay, and I'll be like torn. Like, should I post this? People might think I'm crazy. I've heard it all, so there's nothing you can tell me that's gonna offend me. If you say I'm obsessed and all this stuff, I love good people, good music. So this 2026, I don't think he's done what I believe, and we could all, uh, draw our conclusions, and tell me what you think. I think he has music videos coming out, but I think something is really big. I think either an album. I still believe that the deluxe can have many ways. It can be a deluxe with SZA. It could be Black Hippie. He has heard us begging for Black Hippie. I was so happy to see J Rock. I was so happy to see Absol. Black Hippie, that video that I put, is just so warm. It's so touching. J Rock, giving him a pound on stage, and Absol. Um, so it was so nice. So he might have that, but he's definitely going to be going on tour again. So help us, God. Let's start a GoFundMe now. Let's start a GoFundMe. Cash up there. Um, he's gonna be determined to keep me busy. I am so grateful, and y'all called it right. when this tour ended, everybody was sad. I was like, people don't go anywhere. Thank you for not leaving. Salute you for not leaving. Because I was like, this man is not done. Then y'all gonna be back, when I document stuff. Because people be giving you 2-second videos, and I feed you. I give you, the 5-course meal. You get a little appetizer. You get the main course, the second course, the fourth course, and the palate cleanse, at the end. So I give you everything. Stick around with me. We'll go places, kid, right? So he has a tour. Whitney Springs, I like the name, is a movie that he's that's putting out. He's been working, and I heard it was super, super funny. Um, with the yeah, that's the movie that has been postponed. It was supposed to come out last spring, but it has been postponed. And the people who was the creators of, I keep forgetting, well, the people that he's doing, Warner Brothers, has said that it has been postponed because of touring. That's the reason they gave, and it's December, so the tour is 2026. So it has been postponed because Kendrick is talk. They slipped and said that, and I don't think they were supposed to say that, but we found it. We found the information where they said that. So they said because of touring. So he is, what can he tour? Maybe he will extend the tour to Asia, Africa. That's fine. But darn it, boy, those are far. He needs to come back to the United States. We need him to tour we need everybody, all the states need a second chance to make a first impression. Let's see what y'all saying. State is coming October 2026. Um, ooh, that would be nice. As a Gemini, I flirt with people I have no interest in. Geminis are so funny. Wilna Greaves. How you doing, Wilna Greaves? Your names be changing on here. I see your comments. I remember your profile picture. Y'all so cute. Oh my god. Y'all be so funny. Y'all say so nice. And this is why I be living in the comments. I don't get no chores done. Because I'm like, oh, this is so interesting. This is funny. And I can't read all of them. You too. It's in our nature. Yeah, I have so much fun with Geminis. Geminis are crazier than a soup sandwich, but they entertain the hell out of me. Have not met a Gemini that has not been funny. They're hilarious. They are. It's a crazy ride, and I like the ride. I don't know. I like it. I find them so interesting. I be studying Geminis because I'm an air sign too. Can it not give me the impression that he is careless? Yes, K70 Flower Child. He's not careless. It's not in his.